wanted to address the whole certificate thing is some of the best dog trainers in the world, some of the pioneers in dog training, not just now, but in history, in the history of dog training, some of those people did not have certificates. They were learning on their own. They wrote books. They started clubs. They did amazing things without actual certificates. So it is possible to be very successful as a dog trainer without a certificate. You don't actually need the certificate unless an employer is going to ask for it. Your clients are not going to really ask you for it. But even if you apply to a job, if you apply for a job where it's likely that they'll ask you for any sort of certification, you could probably still get by without one if you provide another another piece of evidence that tells that you're a good dog trainer. One that I can think of off the top of my head is your demo dog. Your demo dog will tell volumes as to what it is that you can accomplish as a dog trainer. I know people with lots of certificates in dog training that are not very good dog trainers. But I also know some really amazing dog trainers with like one or no certificates at all in regards to dog training. So the certificates don't actually tell you, or they don't actually tell people how good you are. It just says that you finished some sort of course successfully. But again, a demo dog can be just as valuable, if not more valuable, and it will definitely tell volumes as to what kind of trainer you are. So you decide if you want to get a certificate or not. Now, there are places that you can get certificates. There are many schools out there. You can do your research. The one that I work at, one of the schools that I went to is Starmark, formerly known as Triple Crown. The other school that I went to prior to, years before that, was US Canine. It's a police canine school in Louisiana. Very valuable for me. But some of the other names that come to mind right away, and you're probably going to hear about these as well, are Tom Rose. I've actually worked with people who went to Tom Rose. When I was in Afghanistan, I worked with a couple of people that had graduated from Tom Rose, and they were excellent trainers as well. One that I'm hearing about lately is also Highland Canine. I think there's another one called National Canine. I'm not 100% sure, but the ones right off the top of my head are definitely Starmark or Triple Crown, Tom Rose, and Highland Canine. Those names keep coming up a lot lately. So if you want a certificate, definitely look into that. But again, you don't actually need a certificate. You can get a lot of the training, a lot of the experience on your own and be just as good. What I like certificates, the reason I like schools is because they're structured. So you're doing this and this and this, and then you graduate and you have a system that you have learned through that school. Doing it on your own, you're going to learn a lot of it on your own, but you're going to have to kind of put the pieces together. Now, if you work with someone, if you have a mentor, or if you volunteer at a place, then you will learn their system, which everyone kind of has their own system of doing things. They say when it comes to dog training, the only one thing two dog trainers can agree on is that the third dog trainer is doing it wrong. So when you are mentoring under someone, when you are apprenticing under someone, you are learning that person's specific method, which again, there's nothing wrong with. You just have to be careful because there are a lot of misconceptions. There are a lot of misunderstandings in dog training.